Hey everyone, welcome to another Haze Reverb video. And this week we have a couple of new characters to talk about and also a side story. So let's get started. The first one will be Spes, who is the limited unit for the elite tickets. And she looks like she's quite a good character. She's an assault type unit. She is an auto taunt for 18 turns as well, so that covers the entire round for both sides. She scales with attack, and then her attack then gets converted into a shield at the start of every round, and then this shield gets further boosted by an additional 50%. That allows her to taunt and not die straight away. Hopefully, gives her enough effective HP to last hopefully at least an attack or two. And then if they can't break through that, then it just keeps refreshing each round. So that sounds pretty good already. And then while she's in an assault team with 4 or more assault type units, she will gain. She and also the rest of the assault units will gain 100% additional attack. That's pretty good. So she's a taunt that buffs as well, kind of like how we have Swimsuit Lilith at the moment. Except I believe Lilith is a taunt on attack rather than an auto taunt. But having both of them stacking additional buffs is pretty nice. So yeah, it seems like she's a pretty good character. Additionally, on her EX, if she takes fatal damage, she'll trigger this. It gives her a second life and also protects her for 2 basic attacks, which is I think is quite strong. Then she'll also counterattack when it triggers as well. There's no damage, unfortunately. But yeah, pretty nice ability to have. I think she'll be quite nice. Just being an auto taunt for the assault team is already quite good. And on the Japanese tier list, she's ranked as tier 0. I think she's flexible enough that she could be used in other teams because, I mean, she's an attack scaling auto taunter, right? With pretty good shield, and she doesn't necessarily need. She'll basically just miss out on the buffs for assault type units. It does affect her in that she will have less attack. But if you just build her on full attack anyway, I think she could be slotted into other teams, right? So yeah, I think she is worth pulling. And if you're waiting to see whether to pull for like this week's unit or pull for Suzu, who was last week's unit, I would say Spes is probably more worthwhile to pull for at the moment. So I would skip on Suzu. Unless you have enough resources to go for both, then that's up to you. Then we also have a new Transcendent unit, which is going to be Charlissa. Now, as of the time of recording, the event to get the free copy of Charlissa isn't up yet. But once the dailies have rolled over, which will probably have happened by the time you are watching this video, then that event should have started, and it will take 7 days from there to get your free copy of Charlissa. Then the question then after that is it worth pulling for additional dupes to skill her up? I will have to see how I go with her summons. Like I'll probably be pulling for her, and then, or worst case scenario, I'll wait for the free copy of her before I decide what I'm going to do. But yeah, once that happens, I'll give you a bit more updated information. So that will most likely happen in next week's update video. But for now, we'll have a look at what her max skills are. She has a pretty good attack range. She hits the front and back of the unit that she's targeting in that row. And then she ignores armor. She does a true damage over time. So if they don't die to a basic attack, then she applies a dot onto them, but they can't stop the damage because it's true damage. And then she's scaling off attack, she boosts her own attack, crit damage, and also crit chance. And I think these all will affect the dot as well. So if she attacks, if she doesn't kill them immediately, they'll probably die eventually, right, through the dot. She dispels buffs. That's pretty good as well. And then she's also immune to awakening. And then before she attacks, she applies a barrier onto herself, which blocks a basic attack, or one instance of attack, right? So after the basic attack, she'll no longer be immune. But that's a pretty good. Like she has a lot of survivability. You just run. I would say you run her early in the turn, as one of your opening DPS, and then yeah, she protects herself, and this will refresh every round. So that's pretty good. And then if they're below 50% when she attacks, she will deal true damage with her EX, and that will most likely kill the unit. So a very strong looking unit. Potentially can hit, can kill 3 units at a time as well. And on the Japanese tier list, she's ranked as the #1 DPS overall, actually. Or at least I assume they've ranked it that way based off the positioning and the number of ordering. And yeah, she beats out even like Transcendent Ophelia on that list. They don't seem to have Ren on that team, on that list. I'm not sure why. So I don't know how she compares to Ren, but if Ophelia is beaten by Charlissa, then Charlissa might beat out Ren. I'm not sure. I kind of personally rate Ren a little bit above Ophelia, so it could be quite close, but it looks like she's probably worth investing into. But if you don't care about PvP, then I would probably not bother. But yeah, she's primarily a PvP unit, right? So that's Charlissa, and as I said, I'll give you a bit more information about Spes and Charlissa next week once I get a bit of time to try them out, because I will probably pull on both of them, I think, and I'll probably scale up Spes most likely. So yeah, I'll give you that. Sorry, I will have to wait until next week to give you more information because I just don't have time before I release this one for this week. Then we got the side story for Spes. Very typical 3-week side story. You got your chapters here. The first 2 are unlocked. The next 2 will be unlocked next week. Then there's going to be the trial section. The first 2 are available, so make sure you do this because you need to do 5 of these per day to finish the daily. And then yeah, the other ones will unlock next week, right? Then you got the shop. There's also going to be Re-Alita as the free SR unit, and that's her there. I'm not sure how good she is, right? We'll get the actual copy of her next week once you complete chapter 4, and then you'll be able to full skill her with these books and also the ones from the achievements. So obviously try to clear this out as much as you can. As usual, you can skip the lower cores if you want to, but you want at least perfect cores and pretty much everything else. And because we don't have much going on this week, good idea to put at least most of your stamina into the side story to clear this out as much as you can. Because who knows, they might randomly double up the side stories again and put a strain on stamina. So good idea to get as much of this done as you can. And then if it does come to like week 3, you've cleared everything out, and they haven't added any additional side stories or anything to use stamina on by then, at that point then you could just go back and do like your story recap stuff that you've been holding off on, or whatever it is you need to do. Then last thing is the July login skin is going to be the Transcendent Charlissa. So we're going to get a free copy of Charlissa and also a free skin for her. Alright, so that is it for the new stuff from this week. Now, one other small bit of news, or it is still going to be, I'm going to keep it as a little bit of a surprise, but tomorrow there'll be another video covering something that I've been working on, and I think people will be fairly happy about it. I will reveal that in a separate video, of course, because there's going to be a few things I want to explain regarding that, but yeah, that's going to be coming up tomorrow, right? So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.